how do we make sure? Hey, everybody!
I turned us on live. Wow. Okay, we're talking about how to convince a normie CFO to join the board of directors for Sasquatch and have some fucking fun. Oh, I hope she doesn't look at this episode. I suppose I should get rid of the alien chef hat.
This is episode, I don't know what number it is. 28.
How do you cook dog? I do not know. I promise.
Scrappy, were you in the kitchen cooking other puppies?
I was doing poorly on my wing challenge, so I had to go into hiding.
Oh my god, that's so funny.
The 2 Canucks have dropped out. So only us from Zoltar.
Which is crazy that you would think that I'm still in it of all people. But
I'm not Canadian.
Yeah, you're heading. Well, yeah, you and the 2 Canucks dropped out like right off the bat.
I dropped out before it started because I just knew it wasn't happening. But I have ceremoniously had wings throughout the month so far.
Good.
What the fuck did I walk into?
Ceremonial wings.
We were discussing good ways to cook dog. You got any recipes on that planet of yours?
Oh my god.
I looked at a recipe book one time that a friend of my dad's had. He had traveled all over the world and bought cork for a winery in New York. So he was over in Cambodia or someplace and bought a cookbook. He was also a chef. And this cookbook had a recipe, and it actually had the hand sketches of how you would chain a dog to a post and force feed it rice until it was it was coming out its mouth, and then they would chase the dog around in a circle in the around the post, so the stomach acid would cook all the rice, and then they would spit roast the dog, and that's how they ate it.
Oh,
so it's like a dog comes with its own stuffing.
Turkey.
You got it.
Yeah.
Holy jeez. Yikety.
I thought it was pretty rough. It was. I thought it was probably borderline animal abuse, but if they were raising it for that reason, well, that's what they were raising it for.
Yeah, I'm not. I think somewhere along the lines, at the point of the force feeding and then forcing it to run around.
Yeah, that's not great.
But isn't that
there's probably some abuse going on there somewhere?
So what now I'm doing is...
I don't disagree with you. Let's say.
No.
So this
I'm just saying that's the cookbook I saw when I was 8 years old, and
Good old quality Minnesota cooking, huh?
No, that was New York, man.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
But it was straight out of Cambodia.
Oh yeah,
well, I have
Cambodia.
it on my desk, and now I can't find it, and I'm irritated.
Patty, I think you're going to have to record a podcast before you come back on again, because this is.
I know. Okay.
I know. What is the deal?
Come on. I keep
sit down.
God. So at least I figured out the premise, because the whole time I was like, what the fuck?
I mean, why is there got to be a premise? Just talk about shit.
Stop overthinking it and just do it.
So I figured
every one of us sat around with our thumb up our asses talking about doing a podcast for God knows how long till we actually fucking did it. And then everything you think you know is going to go out the window when you start doing
2 years. I'd have 2 years worth of episodes. I'd have over 1,000 episodes right now.
I got the YouTube.
2 years worth of planning that you did before you did your podcast, did that do you any good? Did it help you out?
Fuck no, all it did was make me pissed off when I actually did it.
Exactly. You got to just do it. You got to jump in.
Yeah. No. So Brian Scrambling. I was chatting about the blackberries in one of the TSP Telegram groups.
Ooh.
And one of the guys that lives here said salt and a blowtorch.
Well, yeah, you can salt anything out.
I don't want to salt
the earth. Nothing else is going to grow, though.
Yeah, I got an idea for your field. Just salt it. Grass
won't
grow.
I got an idea. Go mix some diesel fuel, and what is that stuff? Napalm you can make?
Well, we do that already in the
bonfire. Hear me out now. Flamethrower drone.
No, but
there's a flamethrower drone, and it'll come back thicker as shit.
I'm thinking about
probably.
We're getting on it so good. It's
way better.
So Sergio is going to come over, and I'm going to trade him that tractor,
right,
in exchange for a little more road and then once a quarter, like maybe for 5 years, give them or give me a couple of years, right? And then I can afford the electric tractor.
I say, if you got a shitload of blackberries, the way they handle that shit down here, because we get them too, is either a tractor with a brush hog or goats.
Goats.
I like goats. You borrow
as soon as there's a human that can be trusted not to kill the goats, then there can be goats.
Right.
Well, I mean, as long as they can cook.
No, you can rent goats to come in and clear.
I can rent a fucking excavator too, and then I can make the land flat and berm out some places for
True, but excavators don't shit fertilizer.
True.
Yeah, but they don't do goats don't do terraforming either.
Yeah, we don't need
maybe pigs do. Pigs do.
Depends on the goats you get.
And campers. Mine here. Fancy rocks here.
We're gonna see how this works. I just finished uploading Lightning for Liberty to Anchor. They've got a feature I've never used it before, but because they're owned by Spotify, apparently I downloaded the video to try it from StreamYard. So it's actually going to be a video podcast on Spotify and then audio to everywhere else.
Okay.
You just made my
fucking try it. Why not? I've never done it before. It was a short enough episode.
A video podcast. So it's going to run on podcatchers, but it's going to play video.
It'll only be video on Spotify, but people could they can go on the Spotify and watch the video of the podcast.
You just made Patty. She's going to wait another 5 months before she
Yeah.
way
too much. I'm just gonna do it on StreamYard and use that to push it out.
Oh yeah, you're gonna do it on StreamYard and that's your live, and then
I can't record tonight. I ran out of Palm.
Oh no! But no, just set it up on set up an Anchor account. That way you can just put the audio side out and goes to all the podcast players.
I think I did set up an Anchor account. I don't remember much of what I did at Silverland Festival, but
pretty simple.
Does the video go to the podcast players too for the video 2.0? Like for
only
the 2.0?
Not on the podcast type thing. It's a Spotify only type thing because Spotify owns Anchor, so they have it set up to where it'll do video on Spotify. It's a new thing.
That's why Anchor wants me to upload the video podcast so it can play it on Spotify.
It's only Spotify.
Yep. I didn't know where it went.
Well, and most of the time, if you got an hour or so long episode, it's such a big file. I don't want to dick with it. But we only had like a 35-minute file for Lightning for Liberty, so I figured I'll try it this time. So it just finished uploading and downloading again.
That makes sense.
I would never do it on my own data.
Hey, Josh.
Yeah.
Guess how many views my headstone video has today?
Let me see. You're at 37K.
No, not that fast.
No.
Wait. It's in today's video today, so you're up 12 hours.
What were you at? Like 20?
No, yesterday. It was like 2 days ago. Video started getting views this morning, and I'm up to 25,000 views on it.
Wow. No, wait, like my stupid water first in, first out system has like 30,000 views or whatever. It's the craziest.
Nice.
Well, I gotta start pumping, so I'm gonna start pushing that TikTok feed and talking about once I get to 1,000, I'm gonna start live streaming when I go to get the pictures.
Oh, on TikTok, is that how it works? TikTok will let you live stream when you're at 1,000.
Yeah.
Oh, so you're in a race to 1,000 or two.
But you can't you can't stream into it from StreamYard. It's got to be a TikTok.
No, it's got to be TikTok only. So when I take my trips to go get my pictures of the headstones, I'm gonna do the on-site. I'm gonna do it live. Get my pictures while I'm there, but do it live and interact and do like super chats and shit.
They just gave me the option to be able to do TikTok live. They just now pushed it out that I can. I think you have to have enough followers.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I think it's over 1,000 followers or something like that.
Well, and you can do stickers and shit like that where they can buy stickers during live streams.
Yeah, they do something like that. They can do it's like a boost, but it does like little animations and shit. I haven't dicked with it much. I'll
and you can end up putting your Cash App and shit like that on like a notepad. Like, so what I'm thinking is I'm going to have it on like a yellow legal pad in Sharpie, big letters. And then when I get to a grave, I'll like throw it down next to it and like scan it with the camera and then come over and then look.
Nice. Do it. You know, we can add the Cash App pay to your itty bitty tree thing. We could put it on there and they could push people there.
Yeah, I got screwed up because can you have more than one address per phone.
For Cash App?
I think it's
I think it's only one per phone.
Because I set up the one for Corey for her feet shit. So
you don't want to use the foot stuff for the gravestones?
Yeah.
Well, I just want one for the whole thing. But I don't want Grounded Souls one for the whole thing. I'd rather have it
you
just
have it set up on her phone or on yours?
It's on mine because she didn't want to deal with any of it.
Gotcha.
You can, well, at least you can with Venmo.
She's the talent. Do
you have an old phone that's not active right now? Just like an old phone laying around? Just put it on the Wi-Fi and put one on that.
You can get a Google Voice number too. You can do that.
Yeah. I don't know if that'll work with Cash App though.
It works with Venmo.
Maybe, yeah, that's fine. But Venmo is owned by PayPal, so fuck them.
Yeah.
I'm so glad I sent that money out of Venmo.
I'll
send it
don't
back
get me wrong. If
anywhere.
somebody wants to send me some shit on Venmo or whatnot, I'll take it. But I ain't leaving shit there. You know.
No,
I've never off on their crap,
no, would never.
No.
Would never. No, a lot of horse people, like the farriers and vets and trainers and stuff, use Venmo.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. A lot of people do. I mean, at festivals and stuff, I took quite a bit at it.
And you can turn it into Bitcoin, and then send yourself a Bitcoin. Boop, boop.
All right, speculation.
So I wonder if I sign out a Cash App on this phone, can I set up a new account?
I think so. I'm pretty sure, yeah.
I would just sign into the other one when I want to use that one, back and forth.
I'm not sure if it links to phone number or if it's a link to an email address. I haven't. It's been so long since I set it up. I guess I can look.
Oh, Two Chicks says they did a live TikTok.
I don't have TikTok. I don't have TikTok.
No, I don't TikTok.
You don't have TikTok. Oh yeah, yes you do.
Chinese bullshit. Oh, Pickle Pete has TikTok.
I'll say, yeah, you have.
You actually have 3 TikToks, Scrambling.
What?
You have 3 TikToks.
You got TikTok you didn't know you set up.
Keep making them.
You have Brian Norton. You have Scrambling University, and you have Pickle Pete.
Is that the real
That's
me?
funny.
Oh.
He has 3 TikToks he doesn't even know about.
I know. I don't know how to get to him.
He's up here hating on TikTok just because it's popular, and he has 3 accounts.
And then occasionally it pops up, and I'm like, "How the fuck did I get there? I don't know what to do once I'm here."
I must have been high.
I totally was.
Oh my god! Everybody at Self Reliance, everybody was like, "Oh, why don't you remember? Were you super high?" I was like, "No, I was super fucking tired. I wasn't high at all." I fell asleep. I can't. There was one point where I fell asleep in my chair.
Tennessee is not going to be a weed-friendly state for a while, I don't think.
I don't think it is either.
So I mean, old Biden didn't forgive all them POTS peoples? That's not a real thing? What?
What was it like? 50 people or something?
Because of the what?
Oh.
Fucker.
Oh, fuck, you went road body.
Oh, man, I think it's Elon, you bastard.
Right when he was gonna tell us the shit on Tennessee, and then somebody's squirrel went up on his roof and chewed through the fucking.
Yeah,
So I had a really preface everything with I had a really good time at Self Reliance Festival. I had a really good time, but like the land itself felt weird to me, like Tennessee in general. I don't know why. Is that state haunted? I'm not sure.
Well, I mean, it's kind of inbred.
Oh yeah.
Am I back?
It's a different place. You're back. Yeah.
I don't get that.
That's the thing. Like I watched that happen on my Starlink app.
Oh, did you?
Elon was like
there's thunderstorms and there's obstructions way up high, and I was like watching it come by on map, and it was like interruption.
So Aaron just said in the comments, I don't know what I agreed. I don't know what it is, but I don't want to live there either. So, okay, when I get off the plane in Hawaii, okay, I'm like this. When I was so I drove all around Tennessee. I went from Memphis to Camden and back, and a couple side trips and stuff.
That's not very far across Tennessee.
It was 3 hours. That's far. When you're doing 75 miles an hour.
3 hours is far?
I mean, 3 hours is far in a rental car with a bad battery, but that's a different story.
Well, yeah.
That was the whole thing. I'm like, I'm glad I'm at a prepper fest because if this thing doesn't fucking start, somebody can come get me. That was pretty funny. and it did finally start and whatever. But so I just had a weird vibe and I don't get that in Texas. I'm fine in Texas. I'm fine in Hawaii. I'm fine on the West Coast. Trying to think what other random states I've been to. I didn't get that in Nashville either.
I fucking love it here.
That was a long time ago though. Yeah, I don't know. It was.
But I've been going to cemeteries barefoot. So
depends a lot on where in Tennessee. I think that's the thing too. It's not like the whole state's cursed, but there are some weird spots.
Check this shit out.
Maybe that was it.
Oh, hey, Alex Jones is here. James.
Oh, Aaron.
Hey.
Hey.
What's going on, man?
Good to see you. Hello, everybody.
Hey.
How we doing?
Good day to you.
I invited Alex from TikTok. I love his videos, so I thought I'd bring him on.
Wait, who said that? Okay, all right. I was like wondering.
That's me. So the guy above you is the one I wanted to get interviewed by, and then he drops the ball because he smokes so much dope that he always forgets to call people back.
Oh, dude, I'm big fan, bro. I already know you're a part of one of my tribe, bro. I'm telling you. Oh, can we do that on this format? I got.
Yeah. Oh no, this is. See on the logo,
man.
it says a backwoods bar. We're out.
Do whatever you want.
Mine just Dr.
Do whatever you want.
Where are you, Alex? Where are you located?
We were just discussing cooking.
So check it out. All right, so I'm in Los Angeles, but here's my view. I'll show you my view. It's pretty epic. I was thinking about going on my roof because it's not that far, but check it out.
Sweet. Oh, look at that. Oh man, you got a great day down there. What's up with that?
That's beach. You're not in Los Angeles. Where are you?
No, yeah, I'm in Los Angeles. This is like the La Brea Tar Pits is
Oh, I know where you are. Okay.
Yeah, I see you.
I'm over there. La Brea Tar. So the beach is over there. That building in the between. That's like Santa Monica. That's the beach right there.
Yeah.
I was thinking about going up there, but up there is the roof. But it's really cold out. I was thinking about going up there. So that's where I am.
3 layers. It's called fall.
So
I know.
Alex, I'm from California and I lived in Burbank forever.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
I know exactly where you are right now.
Oh yeah, well, we introduced ourselves. She never met us.
Yeah.
I'm Brian Scramblin, founder of TheSquatchFEST up in Seattle.
Hello. All right.
Kind of crazy agorist hippie.
Hey, how do I share that? Hold on. How do I share this to my Facebook or whatever? Can I do that?
Yeah. Somebody send them the YouTube link.
Oh, YouTube link. I'll put it in the comments.
Yeah.
Comments
or something. Yeah.
Because I told some people on my. I mean, I only have like.
Give me a second.
I need to throw it up in the Telegram chat, but yeah, send that to me. While I was doing that, Patty,
introduce yourself. Patty, who are you?
So, Patty,
sorry.
I'm Agorist attorney. Like I said, I'm from California. I'm actually a construction lawyer. But
You on YouTube?
Got here. Yeah, I'm on there. YouTube now. So I got here by way of the Survival Podcast.
He's a good lawyer. He doesn't actually practice.
I'm a recovering litigator, right? Like I just try and keep my. I try
come to the dark side.
You know, like a recovering litigator. We got echo.
No, I know. It was me. I had to do it to get the.
That's fucking tech time is scrambling.
But yeah, now I'm up here in the Seattle area. I'm actually only like 20 minutes from Scramblin now. So yeah.
All right. You said 20. You're from Scranton. You said.
Scramblin. I'm right by Scramblin.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm by the water. Mountain.
Okay. Sorry. All right.
All right. I'm Brian. I'm the one that sent you the link, but I started the Lots Project. We just kind of took off nomad in an RV, my wife and I, and our 3 St. Bernards. And we're kind of traveling around the country trying to find someplace not to be in Minnesota.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Because it was cold?
Yeah. That was the main reason. We had a 35-acre homestead up in Minnesota, and we got sick of the cold, so we sold it, and we're looking for a new one, I guess.
Yeah, where are you going? West or east? Or?
Probably south. We're in Tennessee right now, hanging out, and then we're gonna go down and see the guy below me in Texas for the winter, and then maybe we'll have to go up to Seattle to see old Brian, and I don't know, wherever we end up, I guess.
Yeah.
23. Come on, do it.
Seattle is Seattle cold? I mean, it's raining, right? How cold? What's the weather?
Well,
not cold.
It's the same as you, kind of, with just 10 degrees colder, because we're like a half a mile from the ocean. So
it's 71 here right now.
Moderate, yeah, 71 right now. It moderates everything.
Oh,
right?
okay.
It can't get colder than 54, and it has a hard time getting hotter.
So, like Marin County on the beach, like if you hang out in San Francisco, it's similar to that. Or like if you live if you're really
in the morning, like sun will burn it off.
Yeah, if you're in like Malibu proper, it's similar.
All right, Josh, how about you?
As soon as you go up the mountain, like what, 45
I'm
miles?
Josh. I go by Renegade Butcher. I found these people through Survival Podcast, Float Fest, all that fun stuff. Ran into that crazy guy up there in the corner over there last 2 years, and kind of kicked me in the ass, started doing some content creation, which I do sometimes. I do a podcast with the guy up above me too on Bitcoin Lightning. So, but yeah.
Okay.
Found my way in here, and I keep showing back up. So,
is it okay? So this is like a weekly thing you guys do, or
like a Wednesday night hangout.
Oh, okay.
It's a show where anyone that does a show is welcome.
And we just kind of shoot the shit, like
Yeah.
It's that whole.
How do I share this?
Or any content creation.
How do I share the link to this?
Okay, so can you see the comments over to the side? If you click where there's private chat and comments, you click on comments. There's a YouTube link shared right over there.
I'm on StreamYard.com. That's where I am.
Yeah. If you click
on the side of your screen, you see comments on that little.
Here we go. Oh, here we go.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Okay. The UTG After Party.
Yep. That YouTube link you shared should be showing this live stream.
Yep,
okay,
it's broadcasting the stream right now.
And then anybody that comments on YouTube, you'll see it there. He just lost himself.
I think he just followed the link. Probably he'll be back.
He followed the link. He'll be back.
Yep.
But that's okay. He's gonna go blast it out to people, and then he'll come back. That'll be fun.
Exactly. That'll be awesome. Yeah. Cool. Yeah, he seems like a pretty cool dude.
So did you invite him to the creators group?
Not yet.
I don't know. Is he even on Telegram?
All right.
Okay.
Hey,
okay. So
click the link.
We're gonna see.
Do you use Telegram?
I'm trying to. I do. Not really. Not a little bit. Are you guys on there too? Is that right?
Oh, you've got.
We have a group that like everybody that participates is in, so that's where we put the link every week.
Oh, okay.
So
I was trying to.
I'll shoot you that on TikTok.
Oh, okay. I got to minimize this so I can put it on my Facebook page. That's all I'm trying to do.
Yeah, okay, no problem.
Perfect. Yeah, just copy and paste, and if you disappear, we'll stick you back on.
Yeah. That's what happened last time. I was like,
it happens.
We can, if we know in advance, like we'll send you a link to the creators group. So
okay.
I put the link up, like I try to get it up like Sunday for Wednesday. So anytime. And some people only pop in for 10 minutes because they're stupid busy that Wednesday or not at all.
Mm-hmm.
We can have up to 8 boxes.
Okay.
So if you have anything you want in show notes or shit to be like appended so it goes out with the show, that's what the creators group's for. You say like, hey, Brian, I want these 3 links to go in with the show notes. Mm-hmm. So then when we're talking, people can click down below and see what we're talking. If you've thought of some shit in advance, you're like, I'm beyond this week. I got this to talk about.
Yep.
Boom.
And there is an after party Telegram group too, just for the few people who do
occasionally
watch, fans and stuff. So we'll all post stuff up there too if we're working on something. If you got some content you want to push,
But if you want it on your Facebook, we can stream to your Facebook also.
Yeah.
Josh has like an 8-way multi-streamer.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I just put the YouTube link on there. I have like 5 Facebook people that actually read my posts. So TikTok's different though. TikTok I have
is a different animal.
We were just talking about that. What do you think? Yeah, tell us how successful TikTok is versus other shit.
So TikTok is an interesting platform. I don't know, like when I first started out posting just stupid videos, the thing that I really liked about it is I call it the TikTok 200, right? Where you could just kind of post, I don't know, anything. You could post a fly on a wall, and then TikTok will bring 200 brand fresh new people to that video without you paying for it, without anything.
Put it in front of people. Yep.
Yeah, anything. Like I do that same thing on Facebook. One person will watch it. So I was like, hey, I'm gonna take advantage of this. So it's like it's fresh eyes. Like from a business owner perspective, let's say I'm running a business and I want to get fresh eyes on my product every new video, 200 fresh eyes. Are you kidding me? That's a gift. And some people will actually subscribe and then you can get more. I mean, so that's how my mind went. That's where my mind went to. And so for a while,
you convinced me better in the minute than these guys have in 6 months.
Yeah, he's right though. TikTok promotes.
Me too. I don't have TikTok either. I haven't done it.
They promote for you though. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
But that's the why. That's the like.
Right.
I'm like,
yeah.
So that's why you see the people who are really successful have a shitload of videos and they'll repost their own videos and stuff all the time because it's.
That's what I did. I had ones that failed, but I added a soundtrack and I punched it up, and that one went more. Actually, got better traction. But because you have to figure out what works,
okay, you're A/B testing shit, and
yeah. I told the one thing that went viral. I have one video that went viral, and because it's a funny story, a short little story is I was a failed duet. I did a duet of the guy, and it's got like 30 or 50 views or something, and I'm like, oh my god, that's terrible. So I basically just. I downloaded it as a 1 and I reposted it, but then I punched it up with more graphics and a sound. And then I got the sound part and I didn't know what sound to use. I was like kind of conflicted. I was like, so I added one sound and then I posted it. I'm like, nah, that one sucks. I'll just leave it though. And then I posted it again with a different sound, right? And I was gonna like delete the one that went viral, because the new sound was like getting more traction. It got to TikTok 200. It got to I was like, sweet, I got my TikTok. It'll probably get to 500 views. I'm like, cool. That's fine. I'm good with 500. And then one guy did a stitch. This one guy did a stitch where all he did was nag on it. He just like his stitch was this. It was like he watched it, then he went, and then it was over. And I was like, what? I'm like, that's all? And then from there, it just really caught on fire. It was like this one guy, but it was an A and B. It was an A and B test because I did the same video, but with 2 different sounds. It was it's the same. If you go on there, you'll see it. They're right next to each other. But anyway, so that's the value of A and B testing.
That's what Brian was just telling us. He's got this graveyard series that just hit 35,000 in 3 days.
Well, it was on one video. It was on one video. That's the thing, because you never know what's going to quite catch and get that traction.
And
I'll post all kinds of shit. I reposted a video that got taken down over some crazy bullshit that was political crap that I never post about. And I posted that up one time, and suddenly it blew the hell up overnight. Everything else, I get like 300 views, and that's it. So you never know what it's going to be. He's been posting what would you 6, 7 different gravestones, and one gravestone blew up.
That's cool. It was like 1 a day for the last 6 days or so. Just like a 10-second video of a gravestone in Tennessee. Like I go walk around graveyards and take pictures of them or videos for 10 seconds and then just post it with a bunch of hashtags. And just every morning I post one. And now one's got like 30,000 views in the last
just
couple days.
One randomly.
So what was the hashtag difference? Did you put different shit in that video?
I haven't looked into that yet.
It may have been the music you use too. The sounds you use a lot of times because people will follow those trending sounds too. And
did you put sounds in versus?
Well, wait. Why do you?
I always put a sound behind it.
I have a question. Why are you taking pictures of gravestones? That's where you lost me.
Well, so it's this weird shit. When I was growing up, I had a cemetery behind my house, and there was a big open area around it, and we used to ball and laser tag and all sorts of shit out there when I grow up. But I used to always show up before my friends, and I'd wander around the cemetery, and I always would like wonder about all the people in the cemetery, like who they were, and read their headstones and look at the dates and try to figure out, oh, this guy was 20 years old and he was living in the 1800s. Whatever happened to him? And I would just like walk around, and then I never like told my friends or anything about it because that'd be fucking weird. And, so now I was up here in Tennessee, and so we were driving by, and I was like, hey, swing into that cemetery. And my wife does social media for grounding and barefoot walking, and I was like, hey, let's go walk around and see if there's any really old headstones there. And so there were a couple, and I was like, I should just start a TikTok and take 10-second videos of these cool old headstones and just do the video. And so now we've just been stopping at all these old cemeteries and getting videos. And I've actually gotten comments from people that want me to go to a certain cemetery close to here and find their relatives and post it.
Damn.
I'll send
And
you
I'm
stuff.
like, oh yeah, I mean, if I get a chance, and then I'm gonna start pumping the man. If you get me to where I can go live, I'll go live while I'm in the cemetery.
Yeah. Dude, do you want to do a Halloween blend?
Tell them for enough value for value, you'll go to any cemetery and take a base.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I mean, you pay me enough, I'll drive to fucking wherever you want me to go.
Twin pack, sell a twin pack.
Tip link in bio.
If you go visit California, so in Southern California, there's this cemetery called Hollywood Forever, and they do like movie nights there and stuff, and it's actually where they had the Breaking Bad season finale. It's badass. So like if you can go, it's really, really fun.
I don't go to California, sorry.
Find a visit.
I've been there for that Hollywood. I've seen a movie there. I saw. I can't. Oh my god, what movie was that? I can't remember the movie. I saw a movie there. I can't remember the name of the movie. Some old.
You need another memory stick.
What? What?
That's what the Scrambling over there calls another memory stick. He needs another memory stick.
Oh no! I just spilled the bong. Fuck! Hold on.
Oh no!
Oh shoot! That's my worst fear.
I was like, no.
Yeah.
No.
He breaks shit on lives all the time.
He's in a greenhouse. It's okay.
Yeah, it's a greenhouse. It's not the real.
He'll just stab himself cleaning it up. Don't worry. Don't stab your. Cut your freaking finger off with a broken bong or some shit like that. Your freaking luck.
Fucking Chinese broom got me the other day. I'm telling you.
So what do you do, Alex? What do you do? What are you all about?
I guess I have a sales job, right? I'm mostly unemployed, but I have a sales
sounds like
job.
most of us.
They call it being an entrepreneur.
Yeah, there you go.
I used to sell coffee, like specialty coffee.
He still does.
Well,
hey,
now he sells his coffee.
Yeah, but I used to take people around the world to find coffee. What do you sell?
Well, it's funny. So, I mean, it's just this particular moment. What happened?
I don't know.
Oh, he's back.
Yeah, sorry. I shut my camera off for a second.
I was like, what's going on? I just didn't have it. So basically, I actually, we have our product could suit your, I don't know how big your business is, but basically LA Fitness, for example. So this company I'm working for called TheSquatchFEST, what they do is they provide a way for a warehouse or a company to get your product directly in front of customers through vending machines. It's better than, there's 25,000 vending machines and they have screens on them and you can, I'm trying to make this. So basically,
I used to run Office Coffee vending channel in the coffee bean world business. So I knew all those vending guys in LA that were working on that shit 20 years ago with the crazy shit. So they're filling them now.
But that's just kind of what I do. I'm more interested in what I rather talk about the universe.
Yeah. Brian found you because I talk about like vibrational theory, like wave theory a lot. Like everything happens in fucking waves. And then I got onto binaural beats, right? For
I like your symbol up there. I like that symbol right there. That's
great.
That is the Star of David. Did you know that?
No.
You didn't know that?
Star. Yep.
Yeah, the Star of
David.
David.
I knew that.
It's two pyramids.
No, I knew the two pyramids, and I talked about that
pyramids.
today about the intersecting parts of like that we're already surrounding them, right? But they don't know it because we're building this parallel society, and we're all it's interlocking pyramids, right? Like, Patty's.
Well, I don't know if like that symbol is like kind of the foundation of the universe, but the male. It's the male and female counterpart. I'm trying to get my finger in here. So the upside down pyramid is the male one. Yeah, exactly. Seriously.
No, fucking go. Oh, you're at home.
Seriously, what he was talking about. I wish my pointing was like I can't point correctly.
I know it's all
on here. It's backwards.
That's right, dude. That symbol is pornographic, bro. It's a male and female that are like literally copulating. They're having sex. So it's like
it's a fractal of the universe in 3 dimensions.
Nice fucking symbol, bro.
Wasn't that the water thing? Is that the water creation, or was that the other one?
It's also a vibrational pattern in water at the correct.
No, it is. So if you look on the inside of a guitar, that's the same symbol. It's 2 pyramids pointing at each other. So this is what's significant about the guitar and the vibration EADGBE. EADGBE is the vibrational formula for the universe. It's I don't know how
scale for all y'all watching.
What?
I said that's a major scale for you guys watching.
Yeah.
You lost all the non-musicians, is what just happened there. They all went like this.
Yeah. So
but
you gotta, like, once you know it exists, then you'll start Google fooing some shit and being like, whoa, or YouTube and some stuff, right? That's what happened to me.
Well, EADGB are the 5 guitar strings.
Yeah.
On the guitar, EADGB, and then there's 6 EADGBE. So that thing right there, that symbol right there, is the male and the gravity. So when you play a guitar, you press down, right, on to create a chord. You know, when you press down between the 2 frets, that is what that symbol is, because our sun is heavy. So the point of the pyramid, pretend that's the pressure that you're putting down on the fret. So our sun is heavy. So it's causing this pyramid. It's causing a pyramid indentation in the grid, the space-time grid. Let's pretend that space-time is a fretboard. That's basically. So you So like it is vibrational, because the male and female. So on the guitar, there's 6 strings, right? But if you look into music theory, you'll see that it's actually 12. The math is there should be double. It's 12. So this is where the male and the female complement each other. So the male and the female, the male has his pair of 6 chakras, analog. I call them analog EADGB rather than chakras. Chakras, yeah, okay. But so the male has an EADGB and the female has an E. So that's combined. That's 12. That's 6. 6 plus 6. So
is that like a 12-string guitar in like South America?
Yeah. So the 12-string guitar. Is the 12-string guitar is actually what it should be, but they cut it in half because it's more efficient for like rock and roll and stuff. Because you only need 6 strings for music.
You can make all the notes on a 6-string, but really for the full breadth of scale,
it'd be a 12. Yeah. So the interesting thing about CERN is that they're just studying, because it's music, particle notes or atomic particles are just music notes, like the quarter note is equal to the quark particle, the proton is equal to the half note, and the neutron is equal to the whole note. So in CERN, all they're doing is in music theory, music is just one line that you cut up into strings. So that's what a guitar is.
When you measure the distances of all those from the proton, aren't they equal to the change of the number of vibration?
Yeah, actually, all the protons, you string them all together. So like our sun is a giant proton, but it's shallow. It's a shallow proton. So the heavier the sun, the deeper the proton. So a diamond sun is super heavy. Alpha Centauri is our nearest diamond sun, and so it's super heavy. So you're stringing that thing together with our sun, because they're both super heavy, right? And like bowling balls on a trampoline. And so, but man, my God, I'm losing my track. So our sun is shallow, so it only has the capacity to play the half note, like the pentatonic scale. That's why the pentatonic scale works on Earth. So if on a diamond sun, because it's heavier, it can go deeper and play at that quarter note, the quark particle. So a diamond sun, that's why diamond suns, the gravity waves from a diamond sun are more powerful. That's why people say these gravity waves are more, because they're pushing the quark particle. They have the power to do, because the weight of the sun is heavy, because diamond suns are heavy. So that's why the scientists. Oh, sorry. Go ahead. I don't want to drown. I don't want to talk to you.
No, you're good.
No, like protons have.
Where did you learn all of, or where did you research this? Where did you find all this?
I just kind of like. I don't know. I just smoked weed.
It's absolutely fantastic. It's fascinating to me.
Yeah,
Yeah, I just thought I've been thinking about it for about 7 years or something. Yeah, I mean, it kind of went high gear in 2016 when the double slit experiment. I don't know if you've heard of this, but it's this theory that we're all in simulation, and you've heard of simulation, obviously. But it's this kind of way. What's that?
Yeah,
I lean that way.
So, yeah, but pentatonic scale is still 5 notes. It's still right.
Yeah, it's
C, D.
Yeah, it's the pentatonic scale is 5 notes because the 6th note is the gravity sun.
Well, yeah, on the guitar you have an extra E, so you've got 5 notes, but you have
it's just a circle. So
just the next octave up.
Yeah, it's 2 octaves. It's 2 octaves up, but the E. The important is the E is heavy. That's the part the guitar doesn't. It's not baked in. You can't tell that by looking at a guitar because the high E is the lightest string.
Yeah, I'm not a string player.
It's just the skinniest one. It's it's the number 1. They call it the number 1 string. That's the sun, right? So if let's say you made that thing made of lead, all right? It was made of lead, so it was really heavy, and the other ones were made of feather, but they were color coded, right? So the other E, there's 2 E's on there. That one was blue. The other one's the rainbow. That one's easy. Just E to B is the rainbow. If you ever don't know, if you can't think of EADGB, just think blue, green, yellow, orange, the rainbow. Because that's what it is. It's blue, green, yellow, orange, and red. If you ever can't think EADGB, or you know what? I do it like this. So your hand it fits with your hand. So your hand is trying to do. I'll do it with my right hand. There we go. Your thumb is blue. It's the key of E. It's the E string. Your thumb is blue. EA. Your finger is A. This is the D is the FU string, and then you have orange and then red. So if you ever forget, I don't know. That's something I use as a helpful guide. But so that's how you get a solar system, and vibrationally speaking, is a 6-string guitar. But it gets more interesting than that because there's 2 strings. Yeah. There's 2 strings. It means it's binary. Because that's why diamond suns are binary. So the binary analog, the rabbit hole gets really kind of deep, but because of the analog binary aspect of it. But go, I don't want to interrupt. What were you going to say?
Shower thoughts.
It's seriously, it's a lot I've been thinking about this for so many years that it's like.
Well, and people are talking about like experiencing time faster and such, right? But then there's other folks going like, hey, no, like time is a fucking constant. And I don't think time is a constant.
I think it's subjective. Absolutely.
Everything's waves. I think everything's waves. And
yeah, it is. I think so. I think everything is obviously everything's waves if it's all music. So and time is, I think, subject to the solar system that you're in, because like suns are heavy, so they cause shape to happen.
Right, and we're not flying in a circle; we're flying in an ellipse. So you got like heavier and slower parts where you're going slinging. It just which would be felt as a wave if you graphed it 2-dimensional.
Star Trek is in an episode on this.
It's fucking real shit.
Don't worry, Star Trek has an episode.
They covered.
Star Trek.
No, I studied metaphysics at UC Davis, and then I studied with Carl Jubian, and then some other professors that were writing insane metaphysics books on quantum theory and logic, and it's been a long time since I worked that piece of my brain, but it's in there somewhere.
Yeah, if you ever want to blow them away, if you're ever up to it, you just kind of have to, if they're ever, because you have to. There's they have these questions, these quantum physics questions they can't answer, these big question marks, What you could do is go find the answer in music theory, and just translate all the math, the technical math that I have no idea, right? You could just copy and paste it over. And it's like, here's your solution to your quantum problem. And they'll be like, are you a genius? And like, yes, I'm a genius.
Davis had a big music school, and they were all music theory guys and metaphysics guys. So it was really fun.
Wow, how did they not put this together? I mean, it's so funny.
They talk about all the
code.
In a way, if you think about it, music is the first way, aside from our native senses, that humans have actually started to explore different frequencies and how they interact.
Yeah.
That are very cool.
There's studies on music and emotional state and music and neurotransmitters. But they like wire people up to they like fully electrode people and then play different music.
Go back, think of any ancient civilization. They all had music. They all had drums. They had some sort of stringed instrument. They had a way, flutes. They had a way to make sound and to string those together. And it was usually a way for them to experience a different state of living, doing that.
I mean, dude,
like some of the first science.
Oh, well, the ancient guys would like bang, the drums and hum and like their own vocal melodies. And I would even argue that it's like hypnosis, like any music, music is hypnosis.
It puts your brain into a different state for sure.
Yeah. Well, yeah. What's that?
I said, we got a fish guy over here.
Harmonics are powerful. On that one episode, I talked about that. I think the whole story of the fucking like going around the city with horns and shit for 3 days and stomping and the walls falling fucking down. I think they were like, you can make.
They probably were. I wouldn't doubt if they were blowing some horn, but like people ask me the
internal think about a fucking city getting surrounded with the right harmonic to make
the guys that can do
liquefy. It would look like that, right? It would look like God intervened. No, you hit the right harmonic with the right amount of people surrounding the structure, and you sonically blew the fucking thing apart.
Okay, but even think about how we kind of talked about this a couple episodes back and other places, but the whole religious aspect of it. Think of how much people bring choirs and the whole orchestras built specifically to put people in a certain mindset, and how that is
vibrational.
All
the resonance.
Where you have a group of people together that you want to have a shared experience. Music has always been the way to do that.
Focusing consciousness.
Well, I was gonna say like the brain waves, like the theta state, the A string, which would be this finger. That's between 4 to 7 hertz, right? Just loose, like no tuning at all, right? So your standard guitar, Western is 440 and solfeggio or whatever is 432. But my point is if you have any tuning, like he was saying, if you have any tuning at all, that would be a hypnotic agreement. Your brainwaves are fixed. Okay. At those frequencies, and then like that informs. That's a binary agreement. Binary means it's defined. It's a thing. It's not like 432 or 4444 is like that's a binary stasis. And then that informs.
It's there or it's not. It's on or it's off. It's 2 states. Okay, it exists or it doesn't. Yes.
So there's binaural beats, right, where they used to play the different tones that were one off. So you would sync on the 440 because you would fill in the missing gap, right?
Yeah.
They've moved now to isochronics, right? So you can do it with one speaker. You don't need headphones anymore. You can project the sound to a crowd. And it's like AM to FM. Instead of playing one digit off on either side to sync the center, it's on off. So they play the 440 sense. But they gap it like TV, 15 frames a second, right? They play at 20, you see it as moving. They're doing the same thing with the music now, but they're putting the gap there. You can't hear that note. It's so low, most people can't. But I called it out a year ago at the fish shows. I was like, they are playing binaural. They are playing the next generation of it to make this crowd feel, and then you can feel it change, like new song, new direction. They just move it up a chakra or two and change the fucking
really change the entire dynamic of everything that's going on. Right. Well, when you said that as far as AM versus FM, that makes perfect sense coming from where's Nate? You bring up ham radio. No, but I grew up doing that. So the difference between FM and AM is how you modulate it. Frequency modulated FM. You literally are taking a signal and you're changing its frequency to show the delineation between, whatever your information you're transmitting. AM is amplitude modulation. So literally it is stronger or weaker signals. So you're moving this way, you're moving instead of moving this way. And that's the only real difference.
But it's interesting I think I saw. I think I have experienced it now. Like, oh, they are doing this on fucking purpose to this crowd. This is fun, and watching it, and like, oh yeah, okay, it's going, and here's and there it is.
Tool does some fun shit with that too. You'll pay attention a little bit. They do some fun shit with audio toys that you can tell they're manipulating brainwaves specifically.
So if bands are doing it for fun, to like,
welcome back.
He's back.
He's back.
Think about how you could play it like the next octave down that you can't fucking hear.
Yeah. Well, the interesting thing about the brain waves are binary, like as I was saying, but the body is analog, right? So you have an analog EADGB and then a binary, and your analog body is relying on your binary brains as like a mirror. So that's why when you want to move your arm, when I want to move my arm, I have the thought, which is a binary thought, move arm, and my analog body knows what to do, because when you were a kid, a baby, you trained yourself how to do that. So that's the interesting. I was kind of stuck on this. I was thinking about this is the sort of thing I get stuck on. But basically, this is what happens when you take drugs. When you take drugs, this is why weed is the best drug, because weed is it supports your analog full body indica. It supports your full body high, versus a synthetic drug like I don't know, any prescription drug. Basically, they alter your binary brain without informing your analog body. So your analog body starts to think that it's relying on this mirror right here. Yeah. Weed is the best. Weed is the best. So
this podcast not sponsored by weed.
Shirt for sale.
Sponsored by weed. So this is why when people do DMT and LSD, this is why when they change their mirror, their body thinks they're on a different space-time. They are tuning in, because you're an instrument, right? You're a musical instrument. So you are tuning in to some other higher frequency, with the DMT or LSD. But they think that they're on this other planet, even though they're on their couch, because their analog body is relying on their binary brainwaves like a mirror for reality. This is why people talk to people that aren't there, because their analog body is confused. I mean, their binary brainwaves are like a funhouse mirror, and it's like a funhouse mirror. So like, you're on Mars, and so then your analog body is like, I am on Mars. I'm not going to doubt this. I can't doubt. You can't. Your body is 4D. It's fourth dimension thought.
It's schizophrenia described.
Yeah, basically, because your brainwaves are
temporary schizophrenia. Yeah.
It's temporary because your brainwaves take you to a different, like a slide projector. Those old school slide projectors. They put this. You wouldn't know this unless you're my age. But they used to have those slide with a projector with this little slide. Stick them in. Yeah. So you could take a different DMT, or you could take DMT and then take a slide out and you slide it, and now you're on fucking Saturn, and then you think you're on it's a VR. It's like organic. What is that? What's that VR with the headset? Is that VR?
Right.
Yeah.
Right. It's almost like your brain is no longer really communicating with the body itself. Your brain is just doing its own thing, and all those inputs and outputs that we're running your body that's happily crashed out on your couch are actually open to other things, and you're experiencing.
I would argue differently until I experienced that AI art generator that we've been playing.
Have you ever pondered that you're in a coma? Have you ever pondered the fact you're in a coma and this is all a fucking dream?
Oh, after heading into that fucking tree off a cliff? Yes.
Well, no, I mean, like, at one point in your life,
I should be dead.
You hear stories all the time of people that get in a car accident, they wake up and like it's been 20 years and they had no idea what happened. So how do we know that at any moment in our life we didn't? And you're in a fucking coma and this is all a dream. It's all made up in your fucking mind.
So that's
if I didn't buy a Bitcoin first.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Bitcoin. Fuck Bitcoin.
Make sure you get. I had the chance. Speaking of Bitcoin, real quick. In 2011, I had the very close opportunity. I was working for a guy It's just I was just shitty job I had. But he just got into mining Bitcoin in 2011. And I was this close to buying a little miner and putting it up in his extra office and just printing. But then, and I was like, I was just going to buy some off of him. I was like, you know what? Thought kind of crossed my mind. And I just didn't do it. I would have been fucking billionaire right now. Anyway, that's my Bitcoin story.
So not all the time. I just
Not
looked.
too late.
I had done this research like a while ago, so I had a bookmark. It's like 15 people ever. But, you know, like,
oh no, Patty, you want to win it? Oh, we're back.
Wait, what?
Oh.
So yeah, people that have woken up from long-term comas, it's like 15 people ever. So it's
not, woken from a coma. Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's like 15 people. It's not all the time.
Well, no, but I'm saying, like, how do you know that you're just not in a dream? Like, not even a coma dream, just how do you know that you're not living in someone else's dream in a different timeline? Like, my 50 years could be 2 seconds in a different person's
You don't.
I would say that, this is one of the things that kind of bothered me for a while, and I had to learn the value of gravity. And this is the question that kind of fucked me over for a couple years. And, I had to prove realities existed myself. So the answer is so simple. The answer is not, the question is more exciting than the answer. Really, the question is fun, but the answer is just like, oh, fuck. So I get to just be here now. So really, it's like, fuck, I wanted out of this fucking place, but no. So you will be. So the solution is this, is things are going in my, what I see happening in the near future is the poles are shifting, right? The magnetic North Pole. You guys are all aware of this. So the magnetic pole is going to shift and then the earth is going to flip poles. And we're going to be in the fifth dimension, the Kiwi, the color blue, heaven on earth is what I see. So that's coming in soon. And so that's going to be amazing. And I don't know how to explain it more so than others have had in the past, but diamond, sun, everyone, your DNA has changed. It's something we can hardly imagine right now. But basically, I had to go back to the question of, man, do I fucking even exist? Because I got bills to pay and I hate that shit. It's like, what?
Burn the ships.
Yeah.
No, don't.
Oh, do it. Burn them. Well, I could be living in somebody's dream. It could be a simulation, but guess what? There ain't shit I can do about it.
Right.
That's my
so guess what? Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to fuck this dude's dream up. That's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to
might as well have fun, right?
Yeah.
Exactly. You can't spend money when you're dead, so.
You're damn right.
There you go. You just set up reoccurring payments.
I'd be really pissed though if I get a bunch of Bitcoin, then I wake up from a coma. That's what's really gonna.
Yeah, that's not okay. Yeah, that would not be okay.
You have
like
to have
16
reminders.
million in Bitcoin in the fucking bank, and you wake up and Bitcoin's not real.
I better wake up in Bitcoins at fucking 200 if that happens.
Oh shit!
I will bust some ass if I wake up.
Yeah, how did your guys' show go today on the Lightning for Liberty? I got sidetracked with.
That was pretty good. Yeah, no, we were just talking about shit like if you're doing content creation, ways to put Lightning out there as value for value, and mostly talked about like Fountain and ways to put.
Talk about helping out Tess with her album.
Huh?
Did you help talk about Tess dropping her album onto that podcast catcher?
No, I didn't I should have mentioned that too, because that's another thing that she.
Maybe if you had showed up to support the podcast, you could have reminded us to do that.
I got it.
Yeah.
No,
we were talking about it on his show right before then, so that counts too.
I was digging through financial documents for said X.
Right.
Talk about harmonics.
Yeah, the anti-sun.
That's what we call the minor key.
Yeah.
The fucking black hole sucking the light out of fucking everything. It gets anywhere near.
I can't say anything.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine if she ended up like in the same orb as Derek?
Gross. Yeah.
Oh, you fucker.
What's your friend's name, Bob?
SquatchFest. Oh yeah. I talked to Tez. They told
and,
that.
yeah.
What else?
Well, we may have lost the scrambling. Who knows?
Let's see. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Totally.
Yeah.
Are people commenting on YouTube right now?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Aaron did over at Two Chicks Homestead. Yeah.
So you've just been kind of sales. Were you into music or anything? I mean, obviously you're into music, but are you a musician?
Oh, I am. Oh.
Holy smokes! It went crazy for a minute.
I am. I'm not a musician. I used to play guitar as a hobby, but I'm not. And I've written a bunch of songs when I was a kid, but I haven't. I'm not like a. I don't know. I like music, and everything like that, but I don't play music.
So the guy that just jumped on, he plays a mean fiddle for sure. So
are you going to play banjo?
Rob, I'll let him introduce himself to you.
Instrument?
Rob, this is Alex. Alex is talking about like music and energy and light, and him and Scramblin are like brain twins. So I invited him on because I like his stuff on TikTok, so I invited him on the show. So I'm glad you showed up while I was here.
Yeah, cool. Good to exchange or cross paths with you, Alex.
Totally. Cheers.
Rob, tell us who you are so Alex can learn, and people who
just
figure out who you are.
Just do the 30-second elevator, Rob.
Yeah. Okay. 30-second elevator speech. My name is Rob.
2 minutes. Come on, whatever.
Yeah. Okay. My name's Rob Kaiser. I work with my family here at York Meadow Farm. We sell fermented foods at various farmers markets. I have a podcast called the All Around Growth Podcast. And you can learn all kinds of things about the various adventures in life there. But that's the big deal now is the farm and homestead with family.
Oh, so you have you said a farm? No.
Yeah, little baby homestead in the making. This isn't like a big farm operation with livestock and everything, but we've got a little small thing here. It's appropriate for our context.
Okay.
And we launched a web store last week, right?
Oh, hey.
Where?
That's what we do. Sauerkraut and pickles at York Meadow Farm.
Fucking great.
Nice.
That's awesome. Yeah.
He's a pickle man.
So you do have a product though that you produce comes out of there or something?
Yeah, for sure. We do copious amounts of sauerkraut. Pickles are kind of done for the year because it's like the end of cucumber season, but cabbage is still going strong. And yeah, we do like 6 different sauerkrauts on the regular, and we make kimchi.
I'm with you, chef.
Do you have any? You don't have any stores that you're in at all, or any distribution at all?
We have a couple small retail locations in town, and then I just had an interesting conversation last night about a potential opportunity at a new store up in Cleveland. So we'll see. We're working on it, man.
I was just curious because I have 1,200 LA Fitnesses. I have 25,000 locations. They're vending machine systems where your product could be placed and sold. And it's actually it's better because we would run digital. We would read content. We would see your story on the screen, and then they call to action. Go try this sauerkraut. It's the best you ever tasted. This farm, pictures of you and all that stuff, right? And then they would buy it from the vending machine. And then there would also be a smart locker that's like on site right there if they wanted to buy more. So they could buy directly from the vending machine. They'd scan a QR code there because they're members of the platform, and then this would be 25. This could be like a good. I mean, we could do 5. We could do 5 to 10 LA Fitnesses, just to see if you like it. That's an idea.
It's the after party. It's behind a bar. This is how businesses start.
Right. So they could go there trying to do all the workout shit, and they'd be like, "Hey, look, here's this guy's podcast."
Let's see,
Alex. So that machine, so if I have stuff that's on like an online store that ships, can I have them purchase it directly from my website instead of physically out of the machine?
Yeah, what we could do is store it on site in the smart locker or in the. We can pretty much.
But what if I don't have a physical product? What if I have a digital product?
Well, we could still we wouldn't utilize the vending side of things. We could use the call to action kind of thing. But if you do have I mean, we could do the call to action where you could source. You
What
can
if it
source
was a
new
vending type
customers.
thing where the machine basically takes payment, but they just complete it out by entering like an email address and digital information sent?
Yeah, they could do all that. Take payment. You scan the QR code on the screen, and it takes them to where they can you capture their info, and then we send them an email to say, hey, are you sure you want to do this?
Yeah.
So that we double confirm.
In a 7-Eleven, you're getting foot traffic because they're going to place them in high foot traffic areas.
Yeah, so LA Fitness is an example of 1,200. They have 1,200. So what I mentioned, we have 25,000 locations, which is a lot. So we're working with PepsiCo right now. They're going to do one of their products, one of their energy products, their Oka brand in LA Fitness. So I mentioned LA Fitness because it's great because you have a trapped audience. You have screens all over the place that will be playing your content, your commercials.
Marketing too. Yeah,
Some of those people like coffee.
Are you in vending, Alex, or
yeah, I mean it's vending on steroids. This is the new generation. This is bigger than Amazon or Walmart. This is better.
This is interesting because like I have family that works in vending from like old school, and I as they talk about their business growth and development, I'm thinking about this, and I'm like, I'm just interested because I'm learning more about the vending business just through my sister-in-law, and I'm kind of like thinking about these units if they're specific to LA Fitness, and it kind of sounds like they are. Yeah.
And we could just try it for 3 to 6 months at 5 or 10 locations, and then you'll see the pull through. The great thing is you're going to sell it at full price. Okay.
The fun thing is to go put your shit out at retail like that.
Where a wholesaler like Walmart, you give them you're selling when you sell to Walmart or any other retailer like Walmart, you're giving them your brand equity, your sweat equity, because they're selling it for full price. You sell to them for wholesale.
So how's their
and they mark it up.
Like,
so they're taking the gravy. They're taking that like the sweet start part of your brand, right? So, and then Amazon, you could sell it for full price, right? But then they take like 30+% and they charge you to store it. So with us, you send us from your co-packer if you have one. If not, if it's just if you just have it for your guys, if you have it from your group of people or whatever, just send it to our warehouse guy, and then that's it. And then our guy will pack it, go deliver it to all the LA Fitnesses and all that.
Gets in the route. Gets in.
Yeah. Are these units refrigerated by chance?
They can be, yeah. Well, I'm talking with juice crafters, and they have a bar that they want to. They have a fridge. They have 41 degrees. So
that would be optimal for our product.
Yeah, so you would do like a 3-pack or something that would like multi-pack in it, so you get a big enough sale to make it worth your while to push.
Yeah, like 1 ounce coffee packs would do really well.
The idea in and of itself is like, wow.
No, he doesn't want to go down that road.
No, the money doesn't work.
Yeah, I mean, this is kind of a. We'll put. I mean, this is better. This is as I was saying, this is a better deal than Amazon. We're big. We have 20. We have unlimited past 25. If PepsiCo, for example, they're massive, right? So they could we could facilitate 100,000 locations in a month.
So you're using PepsiCo for like distribution, basically?
No, they're going to sell their product through us.
Oh, okay, nice. I was going to say, I thought you were going to say you were using like PepsiCo's drivers for distribution. I'm like, that's genius because they're everywhere all the time.
Oh no, we're gonna be selling. They're gonna be selling their product through us at LA Fitness.
Gotcha.
Because it's a stop they don't have to put a man on.
Right. Oh yeah, it definitely benefits them.
Self-report back like, hey, we're short all these items, and when that fucker goes out there to fill it, it will have those exact items to refill that machine. Mm-hmm. I mean, the new shit.
Yeah. It's like an enclosed system. We have like the vending, and we have the screens, we have the call to action with the QR code. So it kind of goes around like that. Like, so we trap them,
and then we marketing with that, or are you in part part of like the design or implementation or features? Or
I'm the
anything
sales
like that?
side. I'm the sales side. There's a whole team of guys. Like, say if Rod, is it Rod? Rob.
Yeah,
say if Rob wanted to do it, then I would put him a call with my CEO so he could get the nuts and bolts of everything, because I'm just giving you the thumbnail sketch. And then if he wanted to do it, then he would. And once he went forward, and
we got to get your other project done first.
Well, what kind of payments does these machines take? What kind of payment types would they accept?
just your standard everything.
I was going to say, are you guys looking at integrating any kind of a cryptocurrency as well, like Bitcoin or Bitcoin Lightning? Because there's a lot of ways that there's a huge growth in that space. So
that would be
a machine that is native Bitcoin Lightning would be amazing.
That's
Brian, I knew he was coming back for this. What?
We need to move the squares around. People that are smoking weed and people that aren't. Hold on. Okay, there we go. Now we got like the Brady Brunch. We got the beach triangle.
I need to smoke weed actually.
we got team. Well, okay, Rob, you could play in the middle. Okay, hold on. You got beers going too. There you go.
I'm in Tennessee. There's nothing. I'm in an illegal state. There's no way that I would consume.
That's right.
Consume any cannabis in the state of Tennessee.
No, never happened. I'm in Texas, so I don't do that.
I may be going to Missouri soon.
Oh yeah.
But no, I seriously though, that might be something to mention to some of your like developer teams or whatnot, because Bitcoin Lightning is taking off. We all deal with that a lot around here, and it's.
Well, they have a coin. There's a coin, not a coin, but there's a fintech system that's being used right now for laundromats.
Okay, I've heard something about that. Yeah.
And so, I don't know. That's not really my deal. That's the CEO's deal.
Oh yeah, for sure. But I mean, that just might be something to put a bug in somebody's ear, because that's coming along and that's working really well. We were talking a couple shows back about how cool it would be to integrate them into like gas pump payments and stuff like that.
There was somebody was talking about the stats about how much money gets spent. Oh, Jack says he goes out to it was the Landry's steak restaurants in Dallas, because they have 3 or 4 of them. They all started taking Bitcoin. So he said when he goes out there, he sees the Bitcoin on the door. So he'll sit there and Venmo or Cash App, whatever, just flip his whatever his bill is over into bit whatever and pays with it intentionally. And then he got talking to the manager, and they said, as a chain now with 4 of them taking it that are all like medium to high end, the tickets on the Bitcoin customers are significantly higher. So people that are like spending Bitcoin, and they're not necessarily spending out of their stash, right? Because you do through Cash App, you can literally just link it to your debit. So it buys it and pays the restaurant with it. You never really fucking had it. There's no tax, nothing. But you've birthed it into existence by spending money at somebody who will take it.
Putting it back in that environment.
Yeah, I liked
as a
when I was into crypto, I was into XRP. How do you guys feel about XRP?
I think it's had a good run, but I don't think it's going to be around forever. I think all of them are going to kind of come and go, and Bitcoin's going to be there. And the stuff, I don't know if you're familiar at all with Bitcoin Lightning, some of the stuff that's going on with that right now, but it's like taking all the reasons that Bitcoin was hard to use and eliminating them and doing all the shit that things like XRP were supposed to do better.
And XRP was made by the bankers. Right. And I don't know. If you look at that currency, right, it's like you got gold, then you got paper, then then you got Visa's a layered solution for the paper because it's expensive to move the paper around, right? It's all just layered solutions. So if you just say the future's going to be like the fucking past, layered solutions, right? Bitcoin's already ahead. Now like layers of getting easier and easier. Fuck, my 78-year-old dad. I think
the crypto that's going to take over is a little one that you probably aren't familiar with, but it's called CPH, and it's the Cypherian crypto network, and this is the network that the Fed Now is going to be using for their app, the Fed Now app. All your money is going to be going through Fed Now in January, so they're going to be using CPH linked with probably XRP to clear it.
CBDC.
So do you think CBDC is coming out?
Hopefully not my money.
Or
I was really hoping you were gonna go for the dog coin because, like, I
Dogecoin.
I really didn't get far with it, but
He's over here.
Yeah, Dogecoin, man.
no, the other one.
Which one?
the Shiba Inu?
Yeah,
Shiba Inu.
Okay.
Waiting, baby.
Jeez.
Rob's gonna be
I
balling.
mean, you guys
He's gonna
aren't
be
into
out- he's gonna be out
Bitcoin? What the hell?
shaving cabbage.
Yeah, if
with
you're
a
not into the dog
Shiba
coins, I
Inu.
don't even know if I
Everybody,
can talk to you.
that's the thing. The altcoins got so ridiculous because there were so many, and the problem was, it got to the point where they meant nothing. Nobody's using all of these.
They
coins.
meant a lot if you bought them and sold them and put them
Oh
into Bitcoin.
yeah, if you come in at the right time, but that's just about anything. But as far as like a stable currency to be around and be used for like transactional shit,
Monero's like super usable, and it's usable on cheap old shit of phones, you know.
Yeah.
Elon's into it.
I may have exited every position except for Bitcoin and Pirate and a little bit of Algo.
yeah.
I own some Luna Classic.
I'm out of everything. Although I
Luna.
bought a horse using R. I mean, that's how much money I made off of that R situation.
Wait,
That
what?
was
I
fun.
bought my last horse using R because that's how much money I made off of it.
Or
Did you name him Pirate?
Sweet.
No, I didn't. Her name was Luna, but
Oh, what? You
Oh,
bought
Luna.
Luna? With
I
R?
I know. Isn't that fucked up?
I'm so high. What?
Did you ride Luna? Luna didn't
did.
crash, did it?
Luna did not crash.
No, I'm trying to ride Luna Classic back to the moon. It was up there. Now I'm on Earth, right? Now I'm trying to get back to the moon.
It's
Just
like,
doing
come on.
Bitcoin,
Just go 10% of the way back.
It's gonna take a while to get back.
You just don't want to fall
Well,
off.
I know, but they're burn. They have a burn.
We got
They have a burn rate thing. They got a burn rate thing on Binance. That's got to do something,
right.
you know.
I'm not using Binance anymore. I stopped using it.
But it's like silver getting chewed up in electronics.
Did they do
Goes
something
away.
illegal?
No, I just got bored with it. I just fine and whatever. I mean, if I'm gonna start doing like options again, then
I've got.
I sent Josh a screenshot from what was it 2021.
Yeah.
It was like a screenshot from CoinStats, and it had a bunch of altcoins, and they were all up like 38%, 42%, 41%, 37%. I was like, oh, the alt days. How fun was that? It was like 24-hour gains.
Yeah, Xavier Hawk dropped a baseline today.
Well, that's 2 in a row, 2 days
He
in a
has
row.
been.
Yeah.
Three in a row.
He
Follows
just
it on
Xavier
Telegram. It's 3 days in a row.
So something's going on.
But
What
then
does
you
it mean?
realize-
He's
But then he
rebranded
doesn't-
it. It's what the iThunderbird or something now.
That
Yeah.
Thunderbird, yeah.
There's a whole lot of stuff going on that screen. It's
Oh yeah, yeah. It's very
okay.
it's very
when I
max
got to-
headroom.
When I went down to
very
Jack's last
idiocratic.
time, and I got to actually give him a hug,
Yeah.
he was tripping, talking to the trees.
Oh, yeah. So I
No,
Does he
yeah.
actually do that max headroom thing in real life, or is that
Huh?
just on
It's all
baseball?
edit.
No, he's not so like no, he's not so
No.
steampunky in real life, but he is so like you have vibrationally connected to nature for sure.
oh yeah.
Totally.
For sure.
I did the property walk at Jack's with him. I was taking like a shitload of notes, and I was showing him how I use OneNote for stuff like that. So I was like sharing notes, and we were chatting about that stuff. And I was like,
No,
It's cool.
yeah. Then he was like, oh, he was doing that. Remember, he's like, he popped in like early June. He's like, I'm gonna do these baselines again, and he did 3 of them, or 4 of them, and then poof, gone again.
Yeah.
Just gone.
yeah.
And then he got
Well, I
hurt.
think Firon is really like for me. I'm in the Firon developers chat, and I've helped with like outlines and stuff. But like Firon is frustrating to me.
I've never been able to keep up with Firon. I kind of fell away from it.
Yeah, well, it's frustrating because like the shit we talk about. Give me free shit cells. Like it's the same thing. Like it's the same.
Yeah,
I
Yeah.
just feel like there's
That
a
same
lot of
crowd.
Panic.
Yeah.
Fucking.
Yeah.
it's like Freedom Cells for the hippie love and light energy people. That's what Firon is. You know, I don't know, there's nothing wrong with that, but that's SoundCloud's version of freedom cells. Like, you're right, it's the give me free shit cells.
But I'm like, let's go do something, and then I get like nothing, right? So
right. Everybody wants to show up, but nobody wants to show up.
Yeah, there's a travel group, and I was like, I will be here, here, and here. Come meet me. And it was like, meh.
We don't really travel. We just keyboard travel.
Right. We just talk.
We just want to talk about.
We want to talk about how we want to travel and how we don't have enough money to travel, and like Nicole was talking about that on her debrief, right? So the tickets for SRF are $75, and she was saying, they really should be like $150, but she doesn't want to do that because she's worried. And I did, Brian. I had the reaction. I had the reaction that you and I both have every single time. Is like, fuck it. If you can't come up with $150 for a festival, then you need to go dig some trenches for money. I don't know what to tell you.
But did you
especially
hear
with the
they went
advance
out the
notice
parking
that's
lot
out there
and looked
with
at the
this.
vehicles that were there. And
I did, and I was like, but mine was a
$75 is
rental.
appropriate.
It was a rental. It was a rental. Okay, that's not my actual car. It's a rental. Jesus.
No, I'm saying they went out into the parking lot and looked at the vehicles and said that we can't go to $150 because a couple having to spend $300 that are driving the vehicles in the parking lot aren't going to be coming. We're going to lose a lot of our customers.
If the cars are, I don't see, this is why I disagree with that. And I love you guys to death, but this is why I disagree. So if the cars are older and paid off, it means they absolutely can't afford $150 or $300, right?
I'm concerned
if all the cars are brand new and
how much would it cost me to drive if I was in Texas and I had to drive my rig up there and tickets were $150 a piece and I had to take care of my homestead and I had to pay
cost me triple in gas what it would cost for that ticket.
And I couldn't just hop on a company paid plane and head to Memphis and then take a rental car up. And
I mean, even without the plane ticket, it was probably $1,000 weekend.
Okay, that's right. But you also have a larger income than I do at the moment because I'm fucking unemployed. So maybe $75 is
not appropriate. I didn't have the money, I would do it. Right? They just don't do it.
Why do you hate poor people, Patty?
Yeah.
I don't know, Brian. Why do we hate poor people? Because
they made money on the festival, so is making money on the festival. Do they need to make more money on the festival, or is it okay?
They made this much money on
Look,
the festival.
we've got to walk on top of someone, and if it must be someone, then may it be the poor.
Okay, I know that they didn't lose money on the festival. They didn't lose money on the festival.
Okay, so what is the purpose of it? Is the purpose of it to make money, or is it the purpose of it to build community? Is the purpose of it to build skills?
It's both, because value for value, right? Their time is valuable. So if they're not getting paid,
did everybody get compensated appropriately for the work that they put in?
No.
They didn't?
No.
Then they need to increase the price.
I agree.
If they increase the price and they lose the customers, do they get compensated enough for their work?
I don't know. You got to try and see.
It's hard to find that sweet spot, though, too. If you sell out of everything all the way time right away, you probably do need to raise your price. But you also hit a point where you do start to
They haven't sold out any.
I'm going to take off.
Yeah.
They did the last one, and they didn't this one.
Yeah, Alex, stop that. We'll add you to that Telegram group.
Yeah.
Show me the link. And then the link for this is always there. Stop in whenever, for however long.
I shot you a message on TikTok. Just join that group, and I'll get you the link because it's a private chat, so I can't share.
Oh yeah, come in.
All right, sounds good, guys. Thanks so much for having me on.
Dropping in, Alex.
Thank you.
Yeah, bye.
Yeah, no, Nicole and Mama Sauce didn't get paid at all.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
She talked about the whole. If you listen to the whole episode, it's not,
yeah.
When you have a festival like that, it's not about paying. Cash flow is different than like the goal of the festival.
Yeah, but it can't be zero.
And the value brought doesn't necessarily always have to be in monetary value.
But it can't be zero, is what I'm saying.
I do like that she's monetizing a lot of the after event type stuff too, where it's like, hey, if you can watch this live here, but you got this long before. Now you can pay for it since you didn't.
And what's wrong with added on value? If you keep the ticket at $75 and then you have a $500 presentation on Friday, you have a VIP ticket for Saturday night, you have a class on Sunday morning or afternoon.
Right? Don't take away.
I mean, if you can get it done a different
virtual immersion pass
find other revenue streams there versus just raising the gate price. You can have other.
I'm just saying that Camden, if you want to build it and have it in Camden, Camden's the poorest county in Tennessee. So do you want to support your local base and let people, or are you trying to bring people in from Seattle as a Self-Reliance Festival in Camden?
I don't know. I mean, that's a good question. I mean, it seems like it was marketed to the greater kind of.
I think it was marketed to anybody that wanted to come because they wanted to sell more tickets.
Well, fair.
Yeah.
Well, here's an interesting.
What are you marketing SquatchFest to? Are you marketing it local, or are you marketing
anybody who wants to show up?
Anybody that'll show up, exactly.
Yeah, doesn't matter to us.
Well,
you're
marketing in a radius structure, right, from the point of the event, because the probability of coming gets less and less. So I
don't think they were marketing it in Camden, though. Like, that wasn't a local situation, really, was it?
There was a ton of people there that were very local. I went and had dinner with one last night.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you're
I wonder what the percentage is. I'm curious. Now I want to know.
Yeah, but go, Rob, you had something. Go.
Oh no, I was just gonna say, like, the only observation I have, because I haven't listened to this and I'm not privy to the dialogue. But what's cool is that the fact that this is even being discussed in the first place, so that when those prices do rise, as they likely should, at least in some capacity, because that kind of needs to happen and ought to happen, especially with what we're doing as we all grow doing our different things. But just the conversation and the dialogue about it happening and the transparency about it is good, because people need to think about this stuff. People that attend these, put them on, everyone.
Yeah, for sure.
There's the behind the scenes stuff you spend money on that people don't think about.
Yeah, I mean, that's why I was so adamant that I was gonna carry those damn boxes on the plane with me, because I didn't want them to have to pay shipping on the shirt.
Right.
Everybody did their part to help her keep costs down and donate.
Everybody helped. Yeah.
But the other thing too is you have to she's doing so many more things for different revenue streams now. Right. She doesn't have to raise the making
value added.
Have to mean raising ticket prices. Like those bathrooms, if every one of them had like a 11 by 17 glossy poster on the front and back, so when you were in there, you couldn't not be advertised.
Right.
No.
What about a QR code that you tip the site, and it's in the shitter, so every time you use the shitter, you fucking throw them 1,000 sats.
That's a good idea. Yeah. I feel like
or anywhere on the facility. This is going to SRF. If you do not feel that the festival is making enough funds, you can give more.
Yeah, because that one dude,
that's brilliant, actually.
That was
people will use it.
It's why I bought the VIP
ticket. I wanted to antibacterial soap.
You bought the VIP ticket to sit next to Jack at dinner.
I didn't sit next to Jack at dinner. I did not. I was at Brian's table.
But you were right behind him. I saw you from the other side of the tent.
Where was he? I don't even know where you were sitting. No, I was
you remember at Float Fest, right? That first 2 days, I was stubborn and I didn't put out a fucking tip jar. Because I said, everybody says you have a tip jar. You have a tip jar. I'm like, if they want to tip me, I'm right here. I'm serving them food. They can fucking hand me money. I'm not going to turn it down if they want to tip me. Well, it's a weird psychological thing. If you put those things out, we printed out tip QRs. We put them on the bar for the bartenders. I had them out. People were fucking using them. When we threw out a bucket because the guy brought over all the fucking crawfish and I didn't want to dick with it. I was done cooking for the day. So we set up a self-serve table. I popped a hole in the lid of a bucket, said, here's your tip jar, stuck it up there. A couple people threw some stuff in there, but I sat it on my table and left it alone till the last day of the event. I had $47 in tips in those last couple days. Just from people coming by and just throwing extra shit that I would have never had because I didn't have a jar out. Because I just gave the option. It cost me nothing.
Yeah. I sat next to the guy from Life Done Free. That's who I sat next to. It was him, and then me, and then Tactical, and then Brian, and then who was on the other side?
We had Tactical.
Yeah, I sat next to Tactical. I don't know what you're talking about.
I got to hang out with him and Nicole on Saturday morning. That was fun.
Yeah, super, super fun. So we did that. I used to do this thing called Super Secret Zombie Shoot. And And so the bathrooms was the big thing that had to be paid for. So there was a can, like a literally like a paint can, like hanging on the outside, and everybody just put money in for the bathroom.
Bam.
Yeah, worked great.
I usually make other types of deposits at the porta potty.
Hey, you know what? Maybe SRF would be like the perfect place to like debut the game, Brian, the toilet game. Think about it. You could get a competition going on at the event. For like a giveaway.
No. Biggest dump, like over under, you gotta like bet the board. Holy shit.
Yeah. Whoever wins could actually win like one to take home. Like
that could make more money than the raffle for the Black Horse Lodge.
Winning one to take home sounds a little weird in this context. I'm totally unclear about why
you win a boxed one that you get to take home. And
yeah. Along with a fart in a jar if you want.
I can't wait to go on Shark Tank with this thing and sit in front of Mark Cuban and take a big dump on stage.
To the moon.
Oh,
wow.
When they turn it down, we're going to take all of the little clips of it and then make TikToks of Shark Tank. It'll be viral as fuck.
Tank. I'm gonna pick, if they don't want in, I'm gonna pick up the poo and throw it at them.
Absolutely.
It'd be like, and if you don't like it, it also doubles as a poo catapult, and you hit a button and it like flings out across the room at them.
We'll have to put like in the hashtags on TikTok, fake poo, just so they don't take the video.
Yeah, fake, not fake poo.
So poo videos are I don't even know.
Oh no, there's no who knows what they take down.
They probably take down Pooh Bear videos too. So
probably. I don't know. Is Rob aware of the toilet thing we're talking about, or is he just?
I have no idea.
So I have for a long time I've wanted to invent this thing, and I think it's the technology's there. Like now at this point, like I started thinking about this in the 90s. So picture this: you're sitting, you go to the frat house. Did you go to college, Rob? Were you in a frat?
I was not in a fraternity.
You weren't. Do you know the frat type?
I understand the frat type. Yes.
Okay. So you're in a frat house on a Saturday morning. You walk into the bathroom and it's like you sit down to take a big old deuce, and it looks like like an electronic dartboard where you got the score readout and all the buttons and everything.
Yeah.
This is on the side panel of the toilet, and you look down and you see the record weight was 14.9 grams by Billy Bob Ballbuster after like eating 16 burritos and not pooping for 4 days. And you've saved up everything you could. You've eaten all the cheese that they make in Cheesetown, and you're ready to lay just a monster.
Cheesecake Factory.
Yeah. This could go. There could be a market for this, dude.
I bet it's viral as fuck.
I mean, you tell that story. You have to sell the story, right?
Dovetail this with an app this could be the new Wordle.
We're gonna do a nationwide app like the trivia thing at the bar.
We're even gonna have it lightning enabled.
At least. There's gonna be lightning enabled.
We'll have the whole control panel be on your phone. You just scan a QR code to open the app.
You scan the QR code on the sticker. We're going to put it in truck stops. We're going to have competitions.
Truck stops.
Oh, Jesus. You play for the day for like the big
You play the day, you play the month, you play the year. It's like fucking Keno, man. You can bet on your horses. You can sit in the lounge and watch motherfuckers go in there and say, I'm at store 681. I'm betting on the big burly motherfucker that went in stall 4.
See who's on the board currently at your location.
Yeah, my 7-year-old would be super into it.
You can set up your own profiles and stuff like that on there too. You think about it. You could set up your own profiles, and you could even send people that you follow value for value tips there on the shit app.
The betting aspect is hilarious.
Oh yeah,
thanks for supporting me this morning through that rough one. Those wings were pretty bad last night.
I'm not going to mention film because that's absolutely obscene, but there is this whole thing about competitive eating, and this is just the competitive,
I think I owe penalty wings
if
today.
you think
I guess
about
the yin and the
it,
yang.
Natural consequence of competitive
think about it with the social media
It's
aspect.
the yin
They could
and the yang,
literally,
man.
they could have
The
pictures
in and the
of what they
out.
want.
She's like, I think you're a day behind on the wings. Like,
They could have pictures of their entries if they wanted to, and put them up and have it be like people could subscribe. It could be like only
It's
craps.
blurred out. You have to send
Okay.
5 satoshis to see the winning poo.
Oh God, this is
You gotta pay. You gotta pay if you want to see.
You can
This
put
is
keywords
brought up
in
a
like
memory.
very
oh, we gotta hear this. Oh,
yeah.
oh.
Yeah.
What
Memory
Alright.
unlocked.
part of town were you in?
Many years ago in Colorado, I worked at a tree farm, and there was a sale. This was like in the internets was in its infancy, right?
Oh, back in the day.
Yeah, I was like working in the yard, and one of the sales reps kept telling me about this website. So I decided to check it out. This was like, this was long
Did this
before
involve
social
two
media.
chicks?
We were hanging out on like, using email listservs to communicate so we could go like figure out whatever. So anyways, the website in question, ratemypoo.com.
I've seen that. I have seen that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you know,
That was
you
a
know.
precursor to Facebook, I think.
And right now it's changed. I think there's just pictures of Donald Trump in there and stuff. But like it used to be I have nothing further to say on this matter.
It's huge.
All right, so Brian, hear me out. For your startup here, Crapco Entertainment.
Nah.
No, it's not really.
It's gotta be better than that.
Well, you've got the Lots project. You could have the Dumps project. I mean,
I think this is going to be huge. I got to tie in with. I got to find the guys to set up like the trivia networks and the bars and get that in the works.
The Plops project.
Oh yeah. Well, think about it, especially with you, the Plops project.
I tried Rate My Poo. No.
Oh no. He's going.
You tried Rape My Poo?
No, Rate.
Whoa.
R-A-T-E. Rate My Poo.
That escalated quickly.
Rape My Poo. Please let it. Please let it.
Stop sending everybody that visits our podcast to.
What is this? 1995.
Oh, this is so bizarre.
I got
This is
age
like a
restricted
time
the
warp.
other day on the one. Oh, the one with Testimona. All right. Played her song that got age restricted. It's like, oh, somebody probably tuned in for the music.
Wait, what?
Yeah. What?
How does why did it get age restricted? For the lyrics or something?
Oh, she F-bombs and I as much as I do. But in the lyrics, I think.
Have we ever been fucking age restricted on this channel? Not enough people watch us.
I think the After Party, not yet. I don't know why.
We haven't had a YouTube person watch our show.
You need more than 2 people.
Does the YouTube people watch, or does the algorithm just listen to the words that we say?
That's what it is.
Yeah,
No,
I
I
don't
think
think
it's
the algorithm's gotten
it's
around to catching up with us. The algorithm's busy.
I think somebody bitches, or they have to like hit that like.
You might end up kind of like on a priority list.
No, that's not how it works because
times.
Corey gets fucking banned before the shit even has 1 view. She got
no kidding.
She got age restricted on a scheduled post, so it was actually.
We got Red Flyer Media down here.
It was
yeah.
It was uploaded and scheduled to go live the next day, and she was age restricted before it was even live.
So the computer's looking through the content or listening through the content because you did that.
She doesn't say anything, so they're watching it or looking at her titles.
It would be the same way it picks up on music that you may have that's copyright infringed.
Right, but she doesn't say anything. It's all just video of her walking.
YouTube just
I guess the point is they're listening.
Hers are silent.
They're
Yeah.
listening.
Oh my God,
They're watching her feet.
They're watching her feet. Yeah, no, there's an AI is or something.
The AI is picking up the feet outline and
if the subject in the frame is feet,
the AI has pedophobia.
Triggers
fucking bitches.
So you know the trick if you want something and someone's recording you and you want it to never ever be able to be published on the web.
Just say I do not consent and shake violently.
No, just whip your phone out and start playing some Beatles. It'll never see the light of day ever.
I was gonna say
there were some cops that got a bunch of heat about that because they were tired of people filming them at their stops on YouTube. So they started blaring Disney music as loud as they could from the squad car, so YouTube would take it down. Yep. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing that you don't want it on YouTube?
A little funny, but yeah.
Bitches.
Because that's actually not. I mean,
like, I admire your creativity. I despise your fucking underhandedness.
So background music,
I hate IP.
Environmental music is technically like not. It's fair use. So, like, if I'm filming myself, and somebody drives by. Yeah, but they take it down anyway.
But the AI flags it, and somebody has to come in and manually flip it back on, and
they won't.
They're not going to. No.
But they never flag live music. It's
too hard. You've had one taken down, didn't you, Brian?
Yeah, but you know what? He was playing a perfect cover of something that's really highly
when the live is so good they can't tell it apart from the album.
Well, it just the rhythm and the signature was too much of like, oh fuck that. Yeah, that's the song.
This is too good. We have
anybody. No, I think anybody plays that song is coming down. So. Was what but now that so I bought Tessa's whole
wasn't that episode 100 too
album collection or whatever on Bandcamp, and she fucking sent over in writing like feel free to use. Sweet. So
nice.
So now the beginning of the show is going to be so much better.
Oh sweet, no, that's awesome. I actually had a video taken down where I had paid for the music, like I paid for it.
And that's the deal. It's I don't think it's just the artist that can bitch. I think it's
you can post their license. You can post the license.
I did, and I sent the license, and then they put it back, and they were like,
they put it back, right? But I think it wouldn't be her who would bitch; it would be her label. Like
it's like
Bandcamp would be like, "Hey, that's our Bandcamp, and I'm like, "Yeah, here's a letter from the artist."
Here's the thing, it's fine, but like, I mean, it's not like I can back bill them my time for
no
having to answer, right? But once you answer once for an artist. Maybe it's done.
Once you post it,
So we'll see. I played it. It. So Bandcamp should have picked it up, and then if I get a little then I'll deal with it.
And you can deal with it. Yeah, it was pretty fast. I was surprised, but
I think it's still.
I've done it. I've had stuff from my dad taken down. I'm like, that's literally my dad's license. Like, fucking stop. Like.
I'm still going to do the fish thing, right? Because you're allowed creative license of like news reporting or doing a article on a subject.
If you're doing it on the thing,
fish, man. I mean,
and it's fish, but the fish episodes. But I'm not just going to play it in the background all the time now because I don't want shit to get ripped down. Not that they would do it, but a label would do it.
Yeah, a label.
Or a somehow interested fucking party. Would do it because they're like that, or they would say like we want revenue from your fucking shit, even though there's no revenue, people.
yeah,
but fucking IP shit.
I hate it so much.
Dickheads. So that's why I got permission. So Rob, come up with some shit, I'll play it.
Do what?
When you go out with your buddies fiddling and like are just riffing, just record me some like
Rob, you just wander around Medina fiddling and stuff.
No, he goes out with you play with some guys, don't you?
Yeah, so sometimes we play,
Yeah,
but like we don't like perform, like we sit around and like
you sit around and
play. Your phone on for 40 minutes in the middle of a jam when you're like, look, we're rolling.
You guys do like
do you stay in one stationary place, or do you travel around the town like minstrels?
We actually
truck.
Yeah, we do travel like minstrels. We have these like nice tweed cases. I have a stick with a little, like I tie a. Hold on, let me grab it. We got a little.
Oh.
So I have I'll put something in there. In this case, it's a jar of peanut butter for demonstration purposes. I'll tie this around my stick and walk with my monster band.
Take it down. I don't know.
You're like a hobo.
It's all of them.
A modern day hobo.
What company?
Hobo.
Do you travel from town to town? Do you travel from town to town on rail and play your music for the townspeople?
You should do that.
I did love your episode where you're talking about the having the fire, doing the bonfire for the townspeople and throwing Christmas trees on people's cars.
Well, think about it. You could totally have like a creepy little girl that walks around with you trying to sell your kraut. You just show up outside of somebody's house and just start fiddling away. And then they open the door like, what the heck? Am I being caroled or something? And this little girl just comes and goes, would you like to buy some kraut?
She's in a little German outfit, and she's got the braids coming down, and she walks up, and she's got this creepy little fucking voice.
She could even have like a little mini barrel with it too that would make it even weirder.
Exactly.
Dude, that's the marketing. That's how you should sell it. Like
maybe if we buy the kraut, we'll go away.
Start selling your own shit.
Yeah. Think about it. Then you could have a commercial. It'd be like one of those creepy commercials that like doesn't see the air, but it gets viral all over the internet. Like somebody opens the door and there's this creepy little girl. Would you like some kraut? With you in the background fiddling away.
Well, you know what? Like you could even. I did this over at a friend's house. She had those little skeleton hands, so you can't even see it. Like I took my fingers down and I put the little skeleton hands in there, and I was like, oh yeah, and so you could like do that with the little weird girl or with little hands, and it could be like an Oktoberfest thing. Like
exactly.
The little weird girl had little weird hands that were made out of bones, and she tried to sell sauerkraut.
That would become people's ringtones. Would you like some sauerkraut?
Oh, yeah. Wait, we're coming up on only a few days left to roast coffee for the 15th. You still haven't told me what kind of coffee you like. Just generally. Like super light, super
good coffee.
Super thin, super thick. Whatever.
Yeah, no. But the whole word idea is all right.
Well, I got to start somewhere. I'll send you something, and then you'll be like, oh, a little more of that, a little less of that. Whatever.
Well, okay.
I like that Ethiopian, that light roast Ethiopian. That was good shit.
So that's really floral, and it's not so thick of a coffee.
Oh,
no. The light Peruvian is fantastic.
Yeah, really less floral, a little more crisp.
Right. All right, man. I fuck around with a little bit.
They're all good.
Oh,
I got some Congo Kivu, some Brazil pulp, natural. I don't know, dude. What have I drank?
Oh, those are green beans.
Yeah.
Are you roasting?
Yeah, I did a bit here and there. What did I roast the most of?
What are you roasting it on?
The roast is the most.
Dude, I just have this shitty little old eye roast. It's like 20 years old.
Oh,
it's
a little eye roaster. Okay.
Little air roaster thing.
But it makes like like a pot, big pot, right? It's about
not much at all. So like
put them in a cast iron skillet till it turned black.
It's fun. I'm just working my way through these old greens beans, but like can you see this?
Oh, Sweet Marinas, yeah. Java honey process. What city? Oh, Java. Oh, is it like Java? Probably Javanese honey process. That's where they let the natural ferment go on it. So no batches like any other batch.
Yeah,
those honey ferments are interesting.
That's how that works with this.
Yeah, honey processed is like you like chuck it in a swimming pool with water, kind of, right?
Yeah,
and you intentionally throw up. It's like brewing. You intentionally chuck a bacteria in of your liking, of what flavoring it's kind of going to do when it hits. Because cherry pulp, right? It's crushed cherries in water.
Sweet.
The coffee beans, the seed, right? And it lets out all the blech into the water for the bacteria to eat.
You ever had that coffee they feed the civets and they shit it out, and then you
same thing. It's a gut ferment.
So is this process like specific to Java, or is that
no? So they just took that Java bean
each region.
No, you could do it with any coffee. Honey process is like doing the enzymatic,
All right.
That lot is that lot because the temperature of the water, the temperature of the air, how long they left it in, how active it was, all make it taste a certain way. But now I know you like coffee with tastes.
So if somebody had green beans and they wanted to try to come up with their own sort of thing and they wanted to ferment it and say like a kraut jar, they could.
No. You
See,
can't. Fermenting is like the cherry. Like when you pick cherries off a tree, right? Throw a whole garbage load of like dump truck in a big dumpster and smush them down, but just slightly crack them, right? All the juice and slurry and shit's out there, and they just put enough water to fill it, and then stir it. And now you just made like it's like making shine, right? Our apple cider shit, right? You make your apple cider, throw the yeast in.
Yeah. This is the fun part of coffee is the variety, like the whole cup experience, the oils on the top, the way it smells, all that shit. And if you don't have the ability to mix it up and do different things, I mean, that's more like you can just drink it and get jacked and have a buzz and whatever, get stoked. That's rad. But really,
you can go drink a Red Bull too, and if you don't really,
it's like, dude, whatever. I'm having a little peeber here. I could be saying the same thing about craft beers.
Hey, I drank convenience store coffee on the way to Tennessee and back because I was.
You could be tasting a good bourbon right now, but no.
But yeah. So coffee, I don't know. It's cool to be a coffee snob.
The 10 years I've been out of it, the coffee convenience store industry, I checked all the different truck stops. It's where
welcome to the UTG Coffee Snob Podcast.
Yeah, no, all the single origin beans, grind and brews on the spot. So 24 hours a day, they always have fresh fucking coffee because they're grinding and brewing like 9 different beans in multiple different truck stop chains. So that tech won out. It's beautiful, not fake coffee, not like bigger urns.
They're actually grinding. I thought those were like fake grinders up there, and it was just giving me coffee and the impression that it was grinding beans. I was like,
"Oh, those are grind and brews," because you can see them like refilling them. I think so. Oh, you think?
I have to like. I'm gonna have to go back and I was highly suspicious of this technology.
No,
it had a touch screen too.
20 years ago.
Problem where you feel like you're always being lied to.
You got your fingerprints out.
No, steam was a problem because it would get up in the bean hoppers and fuck up the whatever, right? But if you commit as a chain to it and have that many machines, it's just one more of your machines on the loop because people know how to service it.
Well, I imagine they're going through that coffee enough, they're refilling it off, and enough steam wouldn't be a big issue. It's not like they're
sitting open it up to do the shit, you clean it off.
And if probably the machines seem big enough that steam's just
you know who roasts coffee on site now, and they started about 8 years ago? Disneyland.
So they're on site roasting for their operations.
And it's terrible. They burn it and it stinks so bad when you walk past it. It's like
they're like selling bags of burn.
It's gross. Yeah, it's terrible. I wish they would
Disneyland.
It's gross. Yeah,
it's probably because they've got the fucking Disney employees back there doing it. They don't know what the fuck they're doing.
No,
if you go to Disneyland, I highly suggest taking mushrooms.
Oh no!
Oh yeah, that's the only way. Are you kidding me?
Well, I'm going on Friday, so.
Oh well, there you go. Okay, that's a recommendation from your pastor.
I'm taking hard candy. I don't know about mushrooms.
Wow, all right. Oh wow.
Yeah. I have these little things, and I took my plain cream and like put it in these like little containers with me.
Oh, I wouldn't worry about the like non-edible skin cream.
Not out there. No. In some places you don't have to worry about it.
Oh, 6? What?
You got 5 minutes.
Dun dun dun.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, we got to go eat some wings.
Yeah, we got to eat. Yeah, I got penalty wings. She's
penalty wings.
Again? Again.
No, I think have regular.
I think maybe me and Rachel are the only ones who haven't had to do penalty wings yet.
I have not had any.
You haven't had to do penalty. No. Okay, you kept up. Yeah.
So if you go on Food Forest Farms,
I will.
Down, you'll see a big picture of wings. Just hit it. It takes you to the Wingtober page. I got a running scoreboard. We already got 4 out. There were the easy outs. What's the next group called? The not so easily defeated or whatever.
I just have to beat Brian with a Y.
So are there like brackets? How is this?
Nobody wanted to do the ranking. We were talking shit
that would be kind of cool.
And I did everybody rank numerically how I thought it was going to go. And then the first day came and there was a little so
everybody just
yeah, but next year some ranking, I think, and a little if SRF occurs before the first, we could have a little pool board up, and Willis is trustworthy for holding cash. Oh, we'll do it right. Plan ahead. Oh.
So should I come live from Disney World next Wednesday?
Oh, can you get like on the top of a super giant like ride or something and just like?
Yeah, I'm sure I can. Yeah.
Go live from Mickey Mouse's lap.
Ooh, is that the one where we walk on the ground and makes Mickey Mouse sounds and shit?
So now I'm trying to think what there is now. It's all because I'm going to Disney World, so I'll be at I don't know what park. Yeah, Orlando. I don't know what park I'm in. I can't remember what park I'm in on Wednesday, but
never been there, but I stayed at a resort in Orlando for a work thing at one point, and it was like right next to Disney. So we went to like the outside of Disney where all the adults still hanging at the bars. We went to the bar district outside of Disney.
And was that awesome. When it was still Pleasure Island?
I don't remember. I was too drunk to remember where the fuck they took me.
That was when my ex-wife jumped up on the stage with Tone Loc on New Year's Eve.
What?
Doing the fucking
not driving.
Stop it. What?
Yeah, we had to dodge snakes on the way back because there was no taxis, and we just shortcutted through a fucking swampy shit.
Oh my god!
So fucking drunk.
He would.
Oh, I love it. Okay, no, it used to be Pleasure Island, and it was 21 and up, and you had to get a wristband, and it was badass.
I think it was. Because I had to get a wristband. I remember that. I remember much more. But I remember that.
Oh. Okay, go around the horn. Everybody say your shit, and we'll go. Patty, go.
Hey, I am Patty, 15 Hands Tough and agoristattorney.com.
She's going to have a podcast someday.
Yeah, eventually.
Josh, Renegade Butcher, Lightning for Liberty with this guy down here, ittybitty.tips. Go check it out.
Yeah, go get a URL.
Brian, the Lots Project. Check out my newest Renegade link tree at lots.ittybitty.tips. That's LOTS.ITTYBITTY.TIPS. Check it out. It's pretty cool.
Yes. Not.com.
Not.com.
And I'm Rob Kaiser with the All Around Growth Podcast, where I talk homesteading and building a family business here on the homestead at York Meadow Farm. So All Around Growth Podcast, all podcast players in YorkMeadowFarm.com.
And he talks about rocks.
Yes.
I love rocks. Scrambling at Scrambling University, Food Forest Farms. Come to Zen and the Artist of Motorcycle Maintenance, Chapter 5 tomorrow. So it means you can catch up today. They're all on Odyssey or YouTube, so you can just listen. You don't even have to fucking read.
They're also on Fountain.fm.
No. Not till they're after. Those are the episodes. Oh. Like I've recorded the chapters.
Oh, you already have them pre
audio book. So if you want to go catch Chapter 5 tomorrow. So if you want to catch up, go listen to 1, 2, 3, 4 on Odyssey because they're in a playlist. You can just fall asleep with in a row. Chapter 5 is a good chapter too. We get into like actual philosophy and like divisions of thought in the Western Hemisphere. It's great. All right, have fun.
Let the playlist enter your mind this evening while sleeping.
Yes, and then show up and ask some fucking great questions tomorrow, or like have it out.
Is it like on about episode like 9? Where you're in the background, just buy Food Forest Farms, buy Food Forest Farms.
And with that, next week for the after party. All right, fuck it. Oh, we love you guys. See ya. Don't burn the house down with those lit cigarettes.